Hello, my Jelly Fighters. My name is Jim, and this is your Daily Brogue for the 8th of January 2026. So, why? So, last time I was asking why wandering monsters. Went through and we talked about, what wandering monsters used to be, right? Which is things on that were not already on the map, as in, one of the Dungeons and Dragons. As Dungeons and Dragons became more story focused, originally it was just wandering around killing things. As it became more of let's pretend to be um, pretend to be Conan and Gandalf. The stories became more important than before. I quit that. So that was good, right? That's good. But when you get to something like Rogue or this game, Brogue, the number of actual important encounters to the story varies, right? Um, so previously, I mean, with the story stuff, then the laced encounters that you actually have, um, worked out prior to the game. Those were all supposed to be um, important to the plot, right? So this, even in if you look at like early Dungeons and Dragons modules, they make no sense. Some of the ways, to keep on the borderlands. Remember the keep on the borderlands? I think that came with basic D&D itself, right? It was sort of a very hodgepodge kind of module, right? Things just seem to be there for no reason. Okay, ally monkey. Let it stop down here. Oh, there we go. Detect magic. Scale mail is good. War axe is good. Um, the axe is no good. So, and apply and number two, the dude. Invisibility. Incinerators. And there's. Did he eat my monkey? Probably did. But later on, you know, people made their dungeons make more and more sense. Hopefully, very good light. It sounded very good, but it's a lightning too. All right, good. So why do I care? And maybe why do you care? Right? Maybe they're the same reason. Who knows? Right? So I just think about encounters and trying to put together a game, right? So too many things. Okay, so I've got so many things I need to get the detect magic so I can get rid of some of them. Okay, good, good. Lots of invisibility. So these guys are my strengths. They're 14. Okay. So that is probably not particularly useful right now, but some more useful than a dagger. See what happens to that particular challenge. Not challenges now. That's what I'll say. Um, so some of the things you see some here are interesting, but they're just random, right? They're just this happens to have happened this way, sort of thing, right? Where you might get a dungeon that has no um acid mounts, right? That can happen. That happens all the time, right? So, um, so that's something you could actually put in the game is that you have separate themes, right? So you could have in the game themes for levels. And actually, this is not uncommon. Like I may have said, I was playing Unexplored maybe last winter. I'm not sure. Last summer? Not last summer. Maybe the summer before last summer. A very good game. Um, but it had it had several very thematic levels to it, right? So that made it very interesting to play. Um, so you can do that with levels, but you could also do that with things. So if I wanted, right, charging, this is a good spot for shadow. So that changed the dungeon significantly. So well, there you go. Jerk. Okay, so these are all cages. So I need to pick up. So these guys, what do we have? Goblin Mystic, Goblin Mystic, Goblin Conjurer with a potion. Door key. Okay. It's a door key, not a cage key. Okay, that's cool. Familiar with that. I don't need 5, 6. Okay, it's already +3, so it's about as good a 4x as you're gonna get. Get. Shit, shit, shit. God damn. Do you remember what this dude had? Yeah, I have to go check it out again. Oops. Fell down the hole. Oops. Didn't even notice. By the time I figured out what was happening, I was dead. Oh well, that's me being an idiot again. Fine. I had another enchanting which I put in the Vorax. That's okay. I had life. I should use the life, but I didn't even notice before I was dead. So, I mean, I was just assuming I could run through that, which you cannot do. So I am dead.